What is a seller concession? Some people are asking that question right now because they're hearing a lot of, hey, I hear someone saying I should get seller concessions. What does that mean? So we're going to break that down and what that looks like so that way you can understand it. What's up, everybody? Mark Cannon, your local realtor here in the Phoenix area, and we're talking about seller concessions today. But if you find value in my videos, like the videos, share with your friends, trying to be a resource for people, trying to help people understand the world of real estate. All right, let's talk about seller concessions. Okay, so we're going to start first with what a seller concession is. Then we'll actually talk through like how to use it, should you use it, stuff like that. So what a seller concession is when a seller gives you X amount of money. And they say, hey, here's X amount of money. Maybe that's in the negotiating of the purchase contract, or maybe it's during the BINSR, during the inspection period. There's different ways to get that. And I'll talk a little bit more about that here in a second. But they're just giving you money. And typically it's a percentage of the purchase price. And they give you that money and you can use it towards buying down your interest rate or paying off your closing costs. And that's a decision you can make with your realtor. But that's what a seller concession is they're giving you money to use for X, whether it's, what I said, buying down interest rate, closing costs, and there's some other things too. So that's what a seller concession is. So the second way we typically see seller concessions is during the inspection period. So during the inspection period, when you do your inspection, you would fill out something called the BINSR. And when you fill out something called the BINSR, you're going to send it to them. That's pretty much saying, hey, here's what I want repaired or fixed or replaced, that kind of stuff. But in that period, maybe a seller doesn't have time or the finances to actually repair something. Let's say you need something repaired, it's $2,000, $3,000, whatever. You could actually talk and your agent would actually negotiate with that agent of like, hey, would you guys be willing to give us X amount of money instead of repairs, in lieu of repairs? And some people will do that. And listen, it's up to you to actually say what the dollar amount is. Now, I'm of the opinion you should always ask for more and negotiate it. It shouldn't be aim low and then get low. No, you want to always ask for more. But that's another way you can get seller concessions. Now, the thing to be careful of, though, and this is why you need a good real estate agent, is because you don't want to get too much. And you're like, wait, what do you mean I don't want to get too much seller concessions? The reason is what I talked about earlier. You have a max. Like if you're putting less than 10% down on a conventional, it's 3%. If you have the other ones, it's up to 6%. But can you use all the money? That's the question. Sometimes if you get too much, let's say you paid off all your closing costs, you bought down your interest rate to the max, and you have money left over. Are you wasting it? Can you use it on anything else? Something to be careful of, something to think of. But that's what seller concessions is in a nutshell. That's how we use them. And it's a strategy, right? There's different strategies for different situations. If you're thinking about buying, I would love to talk with you about it because it's one of those that I would love to talk with you about strategies, what works best for you, what would it look for you, because that's what's most important is you. It's not about me and what I want. It's about what you want. So I would love to talk with you about it. My information's below. Check it out there. There's some different links. I hope you'll reach out. Guys, you've been listening to The Real.